Welcome, adventurer, to the world-renowned Wizard's Tower. How can I help you? Yes, I'm aware of that. Wizard Valina told me she was here. You can tell Ariane that her concerns have been noted. I'm preparing to deal with the anomalies in the power beam, so there's no cause for concern. I can see that there is some evidence that she has premonitions, but unless she can give me more specific information, there's really nothing I can do. You know what she did, don't you? Wizard Ariane was our most promising student. She could have been Archmage someday. I overlooked her gallivanting off as an adventurer. Everyone's reckless in their youth. But I can't allow a demon worshipper in the tower. The tower has had strict rules against Zamarakian wizards for the last 100 years, and I have to apply that, even to her. I'm preparing an Icenic purge. It'll send a surge of energy through the power beam, which should overpower whatever creatures have managed to enter it. Senventio Distine Molenko.
Have you learned? Have you learnt anything from the wizards in the tower? So what did you learn? He's the only tower wizard who was sympathetic. He convinced me to work on them, rather than suppress them. But that doesn't help us with the problem. We need to find out what these vortices are. I spoke to the demon, spoke to it, but there's no middle ground with Cedridor. Step outside the line and you're a red wizard. What he means is he's going to flood the tower with magic without knowing what he's dealing with. It might work, but I want to be sure. We should find out more.
Welcome to the Wizard's Tower. It was wizards of this tower who discovered the rune mysteries, the secret of creating runes out of rune essence. Archmage Cedridor will teleport adventurers to the Essence Mine. His office is on the second floor. Recently, a wizard called Phoenix discovered an alternative rune crafting method. Speak to him on the roof if you're interested. If you'd like to practice combat magic, you might want to attack the spell wisps.
Greetings, human. Oh no, I come from the Gnome Stronghold. I've been sent here by King Narno to learn about human magics. The stronghold's in the northwest of the continent, long way away. You should visit us there sometime. The food's great and the company's delightful. Oh, well, it's full of gnomes. How much nicer could it be?
Oh, hello there. Can I do anything for you? I'm a wizard, obviously. I work on portals and teleportation. In theory, I could, if I had a precise means of fixing the destination. A teleport phrase, for example. Right now, I'm working on some... I'm sure there's been something strange happening with the power beam lately. The beam acts as an anchor for all our teleportation spells. So, as a teleportation specialist, I'm sensitive to any fluctuations. Archmage Cedridor is aware of the problem.
Adventurer, it's good to see you again. I passed my apprenticeship. I'm a wizard now. I'm studying stun and bind spells. If I get into a fight again, I want to be able to disable enemies without killing them, like you did with those cultists. No, I did hear the commotion in the library earlier, though. I'm glad you're here. If there is something wrong, I'm sure you and the senior wizards will be able to get to the bottom.
Not now. I'm trying to Did I summon it, do you mean? Certainly not. Although, I am the only wizard in this... It's been here longer than anyone remembers. I dare say some foolish wizard summoned it while meddling with forces they did not fully understand. Every time it's destroyed, it reappears on the same spot. So we built a containment ward around it and left it there. Only Wizard Mizgog's beads turning up all over the floor. I should send my imps to hide them before someone trips over them. Why don't you go and bother Wizard Trade?
Small mortal, No, you are not as interesting as she was. I will not speak to you.
You there! Stop that! It's been here longer than anyone remembers. I dare. Every time it's destroyed, it reappears.
My beads. Where are my beads? I think Wizard Greyzag's imps have been moving my notes around. Why don't you ask Wizard Trayborn? Wizard Greyzag next door decided he didn't like me for some reason, so the imps stole all sorts of things. But they stole my magic. The imps will have spread.
Hello, can I help you? This is split bark armor. It's special armor for mages. It's much more resistant to physical attacks than rogues. It's actually very easy for me to make, but I've been having trouble getting hold of the pieces. I need bark from a hollow tree and some fine cloth. Unfortunately, both of these can only be found in Mauritania. And the cloth is only found in the... Of course, I'd happily sell... Hello, can I help you? I heard that commotion in the library earlier. I assumed it was Wizard Boran jumping at shadows again. I'm not sure he's cut out for the stressful life of an actor.
Hello, young thingamy-what? I've seen them in the power beam, you know. Thingamy-what? I like to look at the power beam sometimes. There are so many things we see every day, but never look at, aren't there? Or look at every day, but never see. I see things in there. Thingamy-whats. No one else sees them. They think I'm mad. Didn't you know? This tower was built on the ruins of an old tower. That's where it came from, the swirly thing. I saw it come up through the floor of the library.
Have you learnt anything from the wizards in the tower? So what did you learn? So what did you learn? Through the library floor. But that means it was something from the old tower. This tower is built on the ruins of an older one, which burned down 100 years ago. The story is that Zamorakian wizards betrayed the other orders, but the details of what happened are a mystery. I do know it happened just after the wizards discovered the inner secret of the rune mysteries. The rune essence teleport spell. Perhaps that discovery led to a conflict. The surface part of the old tower was destroyed by the fire, and the new tower was built on the same place. But the underground levels of the old tower are still there. Good idea. It's not going to be easy, though. Archmage Perian sealed the lower levels when he built the second tower. There's a rumor that the door can be opened using the water surge spell, but many wizards have tried casting that spell on the door and failed. It's more likely that there's a key hidden somewhere in the tower. Could you go back into the tower and find the key? I think Wizard Eleron will help us if we tell him what we're doing. This tower is built on the ruins of an older one, which burned down 100 years ago. The story is that Zamorakian wizards... I do know it happened just after the surface part of the old tower was... To whom did you ask me to talk? Wizard Eleron, my old mentor. His room is on the second floor of the... Did I? I'm sorry. It's a bad habit I picked up somewhere.
What can I do for you on this glory? Alas, even senior tower wizards aren't allowed into the ruins. I certainly couldn't tell the secret to a disgraced ex-wizard and an outsider, however much I might privately want to help you. One wonders what it is that generations of archmages have wanted to keep locked away down there. Forbidding a source of knowledge goes against the principles upon which the first tower was founded. Ariane is a brilliant mage, but she has never mastered the subtleties of human interaction. The oath I swore to the tower prevents me from helping you. No one except Archmage Cedridor is allowed to know the secret of entry to the ruins. Naturally, I've heard the rumors. Many young wizards have wasted rooms casting water surge on the door to no effect. A few, however, have speculated that the key might... It was the Archmage Perian, first Archmage of the new tower, who sealed the lower levels. He had an idiosyncratic understanding of magic and its relationship to other arts. Perian had the pipe organ installed in the library, and he wrote a treatise on the relationship between magic and music. That's a good idea. I hope you find something.
all right. If you must play the organ, at least keep to the top manual. It's quietest. Not even Archmage Cedrador could concentrate with a racket from the loud manuals. It's been here since the tower was rebuilt. I think the first Archmage was a little eccentric in his architectural preferences.
Have you made any progress with getting the key to the old... The key to the old tower? Who knows what's down there? There could be knowledge that's been lost for 100 years. I just hope it's well preserved. It would be terrible for knowledge to be lost forever. The entrance is on the east side of the island. Come on. Come on, open the door and let's see what's in the ruins. This is amazing. We may be the first people to come down here for 100 years. This must be the Chamber of Shrines. The senior wizards used it as a meeting room, and wizards joining the tower would pledge allegiance to one of the 4 orders here. I've read about it, but I never thought I'd see it. The greatest magical innovators of Gielinor once walked this room. I wish we could spend more time exploring the ruins. If I can, I'll stay down here after we've done what we came for. We need to get deeper into the ruins to the source of the power beam. It looks like that rune guardian is blocking the door. I wish we had more time to explore these ruins. The old tower was made up of wizards from all over the world, with wildly different philosophies of magic. They arranged themselves into 4 orders dedicated to different gods: blue, green, red, and grey. The blue wizards worship Saradomin, god of goodness and order. He's the most widely worshipped god in human lands. The blue wizards believed magic could be used to help people and focused on non-combat spells. They invented most of the enchantment spells in the standard spellbook we use today. After the first tower was destroyed, it was the surviving blue wizards who rebuilt it. The new tower is still a Saradominist institution, although these days a lot of wizards only pay lip service to the religion. The Green Wizards worshipped Guthix, god of nature and balance. According to the Druids, Guthix created the world and then entered a deep sleep. Before the rise of our current civilization, the other gods went to war with one another for control of the world. After millennia of fighting, Guthix awoke and banished them, so they could no longer intervene directly. It was a follower of Guthix who discovered the rune essence, and the Green Wizards were the Old Tower's experts on rune crafting. Their statue depicts their founder transmuting a lump of rune essence into a stack of runes. The Red Wizards worshipped Zamorak. Most people today see Zamorak as a god of evil, but for the Red Wizards, he was a god of chaos, personal strength, and creativity. Legend has it that Zamorak was once mortal, but he stole the staff of a god called Armadil and used it to ascend into godhood. Their statue holds a staff in memory of that. The Red Wizards focused on destructive spells. There are other gods besides Saradomin, Guthix, and Zamorak. The Grey Wizards were those who worshipped lesser-known gods, such as Armadil or the Menaphite pantheon, or were non-religious. The Grey Wizards didn't invent many spells, but they made some of the greatest contributions to pure magical theory. Their statue's sword symbolizes a sharp mind cutting into the heart of a matter.
Wizard, you have proved yourself worthy. All that remains is to determine the order to which you will belong. Are you ready to be tested?
It thinks we're new wizards joining the tower. Originally, you wouldn't be able to get to this room without passing the entry tests.
Wizard, you have proved yourself...
It thinks we're new wizards joining the tower. Originally... It's a rune guardian. The secret of making them was lost when the old tower was destroyed. It must have been standing at that door for 100 years.
I will ask you a series of questions. Your answers will reveal the order to which you are best suited. If you disagree with your allocation, you may take the test again. The first question. You are behind in your studies due to illness, and a test is coming up. Your place at the tower is safe, but if you fail, you will lose some respect. Another apprentice... The second question. An elderly wizard, the last practitioner of a unique branch of magic, dies. Her diary might contain details about her unique magic. The third question. A rival wizard is spreading lies about you and has made you the laughingstock of a nearby village. They believe you are of low intelligence. The fourth question. You have become a senior wizard and are asked to take on an apprentice. The boy is talented but undisciplined and does not apply. The fifth question. A senior wizard asked you to take part in a ritual that will greatly benefit the tower. Before the ritual starts. Welcome, Grey Wizard. Welcome, Grey Wizard.
Hey, what are you doing? That's ridiculous. Besides, the tower's true riches were in the form of knowledge. Well, can you see it? That's a statue of Eratona the Green, who negotiated... This is it, the heart of the old tower. The central spellcasting chamber where the old wizards performed their most powerful rituals. It's amazing. I never imagined I'd see it in person. So do I. Most of the spells we used today were invented in this room. Wizards of all 4 orders cooperated for the sake of magical research. These vortices look like the one that attacked Wizard Boren. I want to find out what they are. I'll need you to attract a vortex into this circle and keep it there while I examine it. These vortices look like the one that attacked Wizard Boren. I want to find out what they are. I'll need you to attract a vortex into this circle and keep it there. not ghosts. At first, I thought they might be ghosts, but they're soul fragments. I've heard about putting part of yourself into your work, but the old wizards literally put part of their souls into the power beam. They must have wanted to create a very powerful magical effect. I don't know what they were trying to do, but whatever it was, it went wrong. Do you know what this is? I think this is what destroyed the first tower. I think there was an enchantment keeping the vortices here, but someone has removed it. Now, they're able to go up the beam to the new tower, and you saw the trouble they can cause. I can't tell, but it happened recently, within the last few days. It looks like we weren't the first people to come down here after all. I can replace the enchantment that was keeping the vortices here, but it'll take some time. While I do it, you need to go back to the new tower and delay Cedrador's casting of his Icenic Purge. The Icenic Purge floods the tower with energy, but these vortices are attracted to magic. All it'll do is draw them up into the tower and make it impossible to get rid of them. I can restore the enchantment that kept the vortices in the ruins, but I need to do it while they're still here. I don't know, but I'm sure you can think of something. If he's casting an Icenic Purge, he'll probably be in the library on the ground floor.
Be quiet, adventurer. My assistant. Please don't do that, adventurer. The Icenic Purge is an... Adventurer, I must insist that you step away from that organ. Break my concentration once more, and you will feel the wrath of the Grand Archmage of the Reborn Tower! The purge is complete. Thank you, fellow wizards. Whatever these entities were, they could not have survived such a powerful wave of magic. Adventurer, I suggest you leave the library and find your friend Ariane. Tell her not to worry. We have dealt with the problem without any help.
It was close, but I managed to restore the enchantment. The vortices are trapped in the ruins again. Thanks for your help, adventurer. I couldn't have done this without you. That's what I'd like to find out. They were a powerful wizard, and they knew what they were doing. This was a calculated attempt to damage the wizard's tower. There are Zamorakian magical orders who resent the tower's monopoly on the rune mysteries. The Zamorakian Magical Institute, the Dagonhai, maybe more we don't even know about. They've attacked the tower before, but it's always been more direct. This is the first time they've come close to doing real damage. The last major discovery the old tower made was the inner secret of the rune mysteries, the teleport spell to the rune essence. I don't know for sure, but I'd guess that somehow led to the tower being burnt down. Maybe one of the orders wants to keep the rune mysteries to themselves. The old tower was made up of wizards from all over the world, with wildly different philosophies of magic. They arranged themselves into 4 orders dedicated to different gods. Blue, thanks again for helping me get down there and restore the enchantment. Well, thanks again. I found some things in the ruins you might be interested in. I'm going to head back down to the ruins to study the vortices. I want to find out what happened to the old tower and who released the vortices from the ruins. Meet me down there if you want to help.